feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it take a swim, only option is to win.
Welcome to the Shrimp Tank post-show wrap-up. I'm your host, Daniel Goodwin, and we had a great show. You're going to want to download the entire podcast at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. We've got Rodger Sumicek in the studio. Rodger is an insurance executive. He's got a fascinating story. He started a company about 30 years ago. He has built his insurance business up to almost $100 million of annual premium. So, Rodger, that spans a number of years, a number of clients, and a number of different facets of the insurance business. And I just thought, guys, that we had a great show today, that we went deep on all of those aspects. I certainly learned a number of different things. I think if you're a young aspiring entrepreneur, you're going to learn about some of the things that regarding insurance of your business that you need to know about. And if you're an established entrepreneur and you're trying to get to that next level, you're going to want to listen to this entire show. So we had Tom Glover, my co-host in the show today. Tom, thanks for being here. Appreciate all of your input. And Catherine Bates. We had a lot of fun on the show, too. We tried to rattle Rodger on the plead the fifth, and we never could. And he
answered every question. He never pled the fifth.
No, and we didn't rattle the guy, you know what? And, Tom says this is a family show. Well, we tested those waters. Right?
I think we failed that test.
I don't know. You have to download the rest of the show. We had Chip Matthews with us here a little bit earlier, and Chip is with the entrepreneurship program at Sam Houston State University. And so we're excited about what we're doing with Sam Houston State. And we're very pleased and thankful for Ferrari of the Woodlands that allows us to broadcast this show for entrepreneurs right here every week. You're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to hear the whole show. Honestly, Rodger, it was one of our best shows. I had a ton of fun. We're going to do our post-show wrap-up, maybe just hit you with a few more questions and bring it all together. And this show is our little trailer for the whole podcast. Don't forget, you can download that entire podcast and hear Rodger's complete story and show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. So, Tom, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so I didn't get to ask this on air. So my question is, looking at the insurance business as just a consumer, my perception is it's kind of a commodity business. Everybody, at least my belief is, everybody's kind of offering the same thing. So how do you differentiate yourself? What's your value proposition? What makes you different or sets you apart from the others?
Well, if we're talking about consumerism and we're talking about individual policies and personal lines and stuff, when you're talking to some of these insurance companies, you don't know their financial strength on them. The only thing that you can do on a insurance company is have a relationship with somebody that knows that insurance company, and also that brokers many different insurance companies that are able to tell you the strength of them. If you were to have a car accident and that insurance company could not afford to pay that accident, they're going to come after you. They're not going to come after the insurance company.
Folks, you need a trusted guide. You need someone that knows the ropes, right? I mean, think about that if in any of these different areas of our business.
Yeah, that's critical. You can't. It's just I don't think you can survive in business without that. You can't.
It's very critical in the individual market. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Rodger, some of our show listeners are young aspiring entrepreneurs. Talk to us a little bit about success habits. You have a number of different agents that work for you. You've built an outstanding business, built it out of the ground, built it with your own two hands. What do entrepreneurs, what success habits do they need to have? Or if they maybe don't have these, they shouldn't even become an entrepreneur. What's some things you just got to have?
I think one thing that you really need to have is relationships with people. Volunteer your time, do charity work, help people out, and know their needs.
Connect with people, you know, and Rodger, you don't brag, but I got to say, Rodger, I've known you for a long time. You probably know more people than anybody else that I know. You're probably the most connected person. And so how do you keep up with all those friendships, relationships, people in your life? I mean, what do? You turned on 24/7? How do you do it? Well, because I hit you back, man. Yeah.
That is true. The one thing is having respect for them. If they call you, call them back. If they need something, try to help them out. If you know somebody that is doing something that you don't know how to do, refer them to somebody that does know how to do it and get them the exact help they need.
Yeah, yeah.
So the customer touch is important. We've talked about that on other shows where if you're an entrepreneur or small business, you have to be willing to get in front of customers and really build a relationship. Sounds like that's been a key to success for you.
You really do. You have to be able to be getting in front of them.
Yeah.
In person, not just via
That is.
the internet. and
Don't be
things.
lazy and do it on the email
Yeah,
or
no,
phone
no.
calls.
Yeah, he knows his clients, and that means like working with them, talking to them belly to belly, knowing what their problems are, and helping them solve complex problems in the world of insurance. Is that fair to say?
That would be fair to say, and not be afraid to call somebody back if there's bad news. Good news, bad news, whatever it is. Not everything you're going to give to them is going to be perfect. It's not going to be what they want to hear. You've got to explain to them what options they have.
I've seen that. You know, I know that sometimes you have to make a phone call. It's not you don't want to make the call. It's not a pleasant call.
But it's communication. It's you're making the point of communication.
And some people won't make that call. They'll run and hide if there's bad news, right? Kiss of death,
Yeah.
I got to say.
Yes.
So make that call. Brian Tracy wrote a book about that called Eat That Frog or something like that. It was like, the point was it's like take on the most difficult task in your day, the task that you least want to do in your day, do it now and do it first, right?
It really is. I remember getting started in the business, and if you didn't make 100 calls a day, you weren't going to get 3 or 4 appointments. And it's always the next one that's going to say yes. And once they say yes, in this business, you own them for life.
Yep.
That's good.
All right.
That's good.
All right, Catherine.
So, if anybody wanted to get in touch with you, Roger, or anybody in your company, how would they do that?
Well, the easiest way to get in touch with us is call us at 713-977-6606, as for myself, or go online at www.securancecorp.com. And you'll be able to get in touch with us either way.
That's very good that they can ask for you. That doesn't happen very often.
No, they can ask directly to me. They would love to give you to me.
So let's put that to the test next week.
Yeah, so hey, give Roger a call. And Roger, thank you so much for being on the show. Honestly, it's an outstanding show, one of our best shows ever. We just really want to say thank you and appreciate
Thank you.
you being on
I
today.
appreciate it.
And don't forget to download the entire show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. Tom, thanks for being on as the co-host. Catherine, you did an outstanding job, and we'll see you guys all here next week.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.